Welcome everybody. This is the completed Lower Alabama Railroad. Well, it's complete as far as any model railroad is complete. I am pretty pleased with the way it turned out. I have two loops that are interconnected. This outer loop just runs around the table, and that's all 072 curves designed specifically for this engine. This is an MTH Premier Union Pacific Big Boy 4884 wheel configuration. That's been converted to command control, cab number 418, tender, auxiliary tender, and today he's got a military consist, tank car, some armored vehicles, and some other vehicles. And he's parked right outside my Army ammunition depot. Got a couple box cars being unloaded. Have an ammo bunker back there. That's an ammo loading station that operates when the button's pushed, the little guy shoves a box of ammo down into the box car. Have the admin building, my watchtower, watchman, little Jeep. And we have some workers here unloading a boxcar. Behind it we got an MTH engine house. And we have a MTH, I think that's an SD90 Mac in Caterpillar colors. A GP9 sitting next to him being serviced. We have I think that's a GP38 on the track. Fueling station. Two Fairbank Morse Trainmasters. A 44 tonner. A small little switching engine. Atlas turntable. And believe it or not, I actually bought that from the UK from Rails of Sheffield. An Atlas roundhouse, that was a pretty cool model to build. Swinging back around on this side, we have a Ricoh train station. Again, that was a model kit. That was pretty interesting to build, and we got a couple of platforms. And on the track is a Galloping Goose. The Rio Grande used this in Colorado and New Mexico on their narrow gauge lines. This was actually a car that they converted to use on the rails so they could get by with only having one operator, trying to cut costs, and they turned out to be very effective. They built 6, and 5 of the original 6 are still operating. Mostly at train meets and whatnot. And come around, this is the part that just got added today. Have some fellas out here camping by the trees. And come on around to my control station. There's the brass placard for the Lower Alabama Railroad. Had a friend of mine cut that with a water jet machine for me. Power to my railroad is a classic Lionel ZW 275 watt transformer. The 2 outboard handles power the track, and the 2 inboard handles power switches and accessories and lights. This is my control panel. On the right is my TMCC Cab 1L remote. On the left is the Lion Chief Universal remote. All of the spurs have their power turned on and off through toggle switches. And the green button, when it's depressed, the turntable rotates. Control for all of the switches and operating accessories. And come up here, we have water and coal tower. And I have 080 Pensy sitting there being serviced. Next to it we have a welding and burning slab, and we got some guys out there doing their job. Here I have a small platform and a freight station. Here's another switcher engine that's used on the ammo depot spur. Got a little truck and a lumber shed. Have my marshalling yard. And here we have a family of deer coming out to check things out. Coming on around, you got the light towers lighting up the marshalling yard. Have a piece of maintenance of way equipment there. That's a rail bonder. A little bit better shot of the roundhouse control. And you can see a few steam engines with their noses poking out of the roundhouse. Have a gang car waiting to go. Have the back side of the stations, and that's a little Christmas gazebo. Very pleased with how that turned out. And here we have my farm. Back side of the barn, a few hay bales, pasture with cows, and a couple of horses in it. And we got the farmhouse. This was just added this week. This is what actually completed the layout. I'm very pleased with that. And back there on the wall, you can see some trains up there in storage waiting to get on the track. And forgive the lighting, but you know, got more trains up there. And there you have it. That's the L.A.R.R. Thanks for watching.